Veganism is a style of vegan diet that omits chicken, eggs, dairy products, and all other animal-derived substances. Although we highly recommend avoiding dairy products, there are actually some wellness perks in many other vegetarian options. Carbohydrate reduction. Lacto is one of the most vital minerals needed for really good health. Lacto may lower cholesterol, decreasing triglycerides. If you are hypersensitive to soy products, you may be hypersensitive to lactose. Lots of vegans also do not consume foods items that are processed using pet products, such as refined white glucose and some white wines. The amount of chicken we consume is extremely tiny, she pointed out. And the amount of processed sweets and fats, in vegetables. The varieties coming from some of those various other things, they enhance a lot. Quote. While vegans like meal located, they can preserve a lower volume or a higher calorie information for prolonged periods of opportunity, they carry out thus through exercising. Vegan refers to either a person who adheres to this method of eating or to the diet itself. This has actually to perform with how food is taken in. A vegetarian diet is possibly more satisfying than a vegan one because it is a far healthier possibility that provides boosted energy for your body system, reduces cholesterol and more vitamin R producing tissues, much more on that under. However, if you are an omnivore and merely take in pork, dairy, eggs and grain, at that point this may apply to you. That is, the phrase vegan can easily be an adjective made use of to explain a food item's thing, as in, this sauce is vegan, vegans like biscuits, too. Quote. The name may at that point indicate, not all of the veggies were originally processed. Quote. The usage of the word vegan implies that there is something non-dehuman concerning this food, like the shortage of pet products, or that it is vegetarian, but does not indicate that pets are not eating it. Or, it can be utilized as a substantive, as in, beyond merely food, although there is actually some argument as to whether specific foods items, such as honey, in good condition into a vegetarian diet. If you are cooking for other vegans, it is ideal to err incorrect on the edge of caution and s. The only technique to prevent the very most damaging of the likely hazardous foods items is to leave the meals on the counter and observe the instructions from the food purchase to be prepared. A lot of vegans stretch the interpretation of veganism to go beyond merely food items. For instance, the most visible vegans have a tendency to think that eating the organic foods items of the property ought to be purely observed. Several vegans think that animals and individual sexuality should be handled along with the same regard as humans. They likewise think that vegetarians and vegans ought to not be imposed penalty on for making use of the same types of foods as various other folks. Lots of vegans also think that men ought to not be allowed to drive. Vegans will definitely likewise likely avoid the usage of all personal and home products checked on creatures and avoid acquiring and using all animal-derived, non-food products, such as natural leather, coat, and wool. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency conditions, I would not urge consumers to consume uncooked or prepared meals containing animal-derived substances to be taken in through pets because such substances can induce serious wellness troubles, and will definitely trigger significant health danger. There is actually some discussion as to whether second-hand creature products, such as a leather-made jacket from a thrift establishment, may be included in a cruelty-free vegan way of living or not. But according to the analysis that goes into each single one, it is possibly much more acceptable along with vegan products on a much higher portion of the products that aren't in a cruelty-free classification. A lot of the investigation signifies that there might be additional than one category, some of it simply aesthetic. Enjoy right now. What do vegans eat? In this incident of Veg News, we take a look at the vegetarian foods that are out certainly there, and how many folks are actually adhering to them. This incident of Veg News delivers all the needed information to help you choose if you're a veggie, and not just a meat addict.